Welcome to Blast Application Show, and I'm your host, Rabbi Toby Rubenstein Schneier, or Toby Rubenstein Schneier to be less complicated. I'm also the host of the House of Faith and Fashion radio show on Blast Applications every Wednesday night from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm so excited because I'm doing like a TV show and I've got two great guests with me and really good-looking guests, so I am sandwiched between two really good-looking people. I've got Alan Schwartzberg with this great curly hair on my one side, and I've got Nancy Torres, who I refer to as my Beyonce Barbie, on the other side. But I'm going to start with you, Alan. Okay. We are here to talk about how wonderful Blast Applications is, which is our corporate sponsor. And, of course, this is the Blast Application Show, and the symbol is BLAP because we're a publicly traded company.
Right.
Alan, 30 gold records.
Yes.
That's amazing. Brag
that's
about yourself. Come on.
Well, I'm kind of proud to say that I've played with, I like to say, well, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you one day in my life of 30 years, 35 years as a studio musician.
Is this a Frank Sinatra story?
No, it doesn't have a crazy little rock and roll thing to it at all.
Okay.
It's just, in the morning, I did a session for Judy Collins.
Ooh.
In the afternoon, I did James Brown.
Wow.
And at night, I did a Frank Sinatra record.
Wow.
All in one day. I mean, and that's what a studio musician's life is. You have to be able to be like a character actor. And,
yes.
And speak in all the languages and the music languages without an accent, and do it authentically. And I'm proud to say that I've played on 30 gold records, from Jimi Hendrix to Maynard, to Rod Stewart, Diana Ross, James Brown, of course, Peter Gabriel, who I toured with as well. It's been a great career. I've been lucky, but I did work my ass off. So
it sounds like you did, but
so,
you were
but
associated with iconic. I mean, these are not your regular average Joe.
No, these are
these
are big names.
Iconic.
Yeah.
How did we go from that into your app, which is Golflix Pro?
I have
need to talk about
I have a
that.
secret life.
You have a secret life?
Yes.
Don't talk about that here.
Oh, okay. Nobody's listening.
Okay, no, you're probably right.
Anyway, I love golf. I'm a golf basket case.
Basket case.
Yeah, is
there a cure for that? Is there medication for that?
A tennis, maybe.
Oh,
the
okay,
cure.
okay.
But I love golf, and I watch golf on TV. I wish I could watch that great swing that I just saw. I wish I could watch it over and over again without going to the remote and rewinding way past it, way forward. I just want to see it over and over again, and that I think I could learn from that. So I came across a children's toy that I redesigned into an adult toy. It's a movie viewer that plays interchangeable film cassettes, and I showed the concept to all the pro golfers.
And they loved it.
They thought it was going to be great for everybody.
And they could see themselves over and over again.
And they could see themselves.
So you feed
exactly.
their ego too.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Because they could look at their own swings.
Absolutely.
Wherever they are,
Mm-hmm.
no matter on the plane,
exactly.
no matter what. So it was a very difficult chore though, because I had to go to China to make the stuff. And that was it's insanity. Then apps were invented. And
miracle.
That was the answer. It was a miracle.
It's a miracle from God, I say.
Okay. Absolutely. That ties in with your thing.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Everything is a miracle from God. I'm not going to ask you a faith-based question, but go ahead, continue.
And just because I try to give you the Evelyn Woods version of the story.
Okay.
It's apps. Apps is the delivery system for my project, for my product.
Fantastic.
And through a mutual friend, TV producer named Marty Berman, who actually works with Dino Luzzi,
right,
of Blast Applications.
Yes, another one of our wonderful
the
advisory board of the company. Yes.
And I showed the concept to Dino. He said this would make a great app. And there are 28 million golfers in this country, over 60 million worldwide. I think once they know it exists, right now it's selling worldwide, and it's doing its dribs and drabs because we're not doing much publicity yet. And I think it could be just an everybody wins situation. The end user, the pro who's getting a royalty. We're the only ones paying royalties to the pros, by the way, for this app.
So everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Every time you see golf on the internet, no, somebody is not getting paid, except for us.
Wow.
So that's we're kind of proud of that.
So has your relationship with Blast Applications worked out for you? Because you sound extremely enthusiastic about it.
Yes, I love Dino. That's the main
And Dino
person.
Luzzi, who is the CEO for everybody, the CEO of the company.
Dino could have his own show, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Life with Dino.
Life with Dino. Absolutely. That's another reality show.
Yeah,
we'll
another
work on.
reality show. Just bring the camera into his house.
Exactly.
And watch the craziness go on there, and it's beautiful. And so it's worked out great. I'm very happy, and I think we have a great future.
And we have 3 testimonials for this particular app from
We've
3
started
pro
to collect
golfers.
testimonials.
Yes.
I think to get an idea of one, here is, we should listen to this one. This is Bernhard Langer talking about GolfLix, and he kind of describes the essence of what GolfLix is about. So maybe we should take a listen to that.
We should take a listen to Bernhard Langer's testimonial of GolfLix Pro.
Great.
Now we all know that rhythm and tempo is a very hard thing to teach, and we all have a different rhythm and a different tempo. The simplest and best way to learn is by watching and imitating the PGA and LPGA pros, because they are the best. Now you can download these swings, go into GolfLix Pro app from the App Store or at blastapplications.com.
And we have another testimonial from Jeff Sluman.
Jeff
I don't know
Sluman?
much about golf,
That's
so
okay.
please forgive me.
we
Forgive
have
me.
2
My
apps-
father plays every single day, but I
Your
don't.
father knows who these guys are.
This is for my dad.
Okay,
Okay,
Dad,
go
this
ahead.
is for you. But let me just tell you briefly, Jeff Sluman is a short guy like me.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Stadler is a huge guy like that door over there.
You
and
can't see
that's
that door, but that's okay.
Anyway, but he looks like a human appliance, kitchen appliance, isn't that?
Yes, I'm sorry, I have a cold.
And they are different body types. Bless you.
Thank you. I could
Sneezing
do this,
on the truth.
I could do this on radio,
Sneezing
but on
on the
TV,
truth.
it's totally
Yeah, it
different.
looks
I'm
great.
sneezing on the truth.
You're one of the people that could do anything, and it looks good.
Thank you so much. I
Okay.
really appreciate
But-
that. Can you travel with me?
Yes.
Can you make an
absolutely.
app for me?
You're already
Rabbinical
an app.
apps. Rabbinical apps.
We'll
Thoughts
talk.
for the
we'll
day.
talk.
Thoughts for
But
the
anyway,
day.
I
Go ahead.
just wanted to tell you that these are different body types. So golfers who are small and golfers who are big can watch these great pros who are different
And they
sizes.
could relate to them.
And they can relate to them.
So now we have-
first one up is Jeff Sluman, I think.
It's up to you. Go to the App Store and download this thing, GolfLix Pro app, or blastapplications.com. Okay, you got that?
And then we have Greg Stadler.
Actually, Craig.
Oh, I'm sorry,
it's
Craig.
Craig
Craig
Stadler,
Stadler.
and he is. This is the last testimony for now. He's going to kind of pretty much tell you the same thing. What this is all about. It's about rhythm and tempo, which cannot be taught. It has to be experienced. You experienced it when you were younger, watching your father play.
Yes.
You're watching somebody throw a ball.
Right.
I don't know if Nancy plays. Do you play sports? Are you?
Yes.
Oh,
Every once
Nancy.
in a
You
while.
learned how.
Nancy is athletic. She knows how
I
to do
could tell.
everything.
I could tell she's athletic.
She knows, the desk is covering up the athletic bodies underneath. But
Right. But
yes.
you learned how by watching a brother or an uncle or father throw a ball, and that's how you learned how to throw a ball. And that's basically what it's all about. So this is Craig Stadler for those big guys out there.
For those
This
big
is
guys,
his testimonial.
this is for the big guys out there that play golf.
Anyway, we'll listen to that for a second.
Okay.
Find your rhythm and tempo by watching the LPGA and the PGA pros on GolfLix Pro app. Download it from the App Store or at blastapplications.com.
So the way you describe golf and the way you describe rhythm, it's sort of kind of like being a drummer,
Oh,
studio
it's
musician. So
exactly-
tell me, what's the relation? There's a relationship here. This is just an extension of really.
Well, there's a reason why there's a
Tell us the
musicians
reason.
golf tournament in every big city in the country.
Really?
Musicians love golf because it's about rhythm and tempo. and swinging. Either you're swinging or you're not swinging.
I got you.
And the music is swinging or it's not swinging.
And Blast Applications is swinging, is it not?
Absolutely
and it's
is.
And the stock's got a lot of rhythm, right?
It does.
Is that, would you say
Nancy
that?
would tell you about
Which
that.
brings me into Nancy Torres, who is the president of Beacon Capital, who is the investment relations, will you say director or a representative for Blast Applications?
Well-
I have to shift myself over to. I'm surrounded by such good-looking people. I don't know what to do with myself. Go ahead.
Thank you, Toby. We came on board. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Beacon Capital.
Please tell us about Beacon Capital.
Beacon Capital is an advisory firm that works with companies, small companies worldwide, and we provide these companies with the support they need, whether it is restructuring, mergers and acquisitions, and in this case is the investors relations. So we are working along the side of Dino Lucy, the CEO of Blast Applications, in order to add value to the already existing value in the company. We are basically holding hands along the road to try and bring more shareholder value and new milestones that are soon to come down the road for Blast Applications in terms of stock price and shareholder value and new products.
New products. We never know. But I wanted to ask you a question. Are you as enthusiastic about Blast Applications as Alan is? Because he's just, he's playing music for Blast Applications. So do you share this enthusiasm? I know I do, but I have to contain myself here because I'm hosting this.
Well, I do share the enthusiasm. We're a very small company. Beacon Capital is a boutique firm, as I mentioned. So we pick and choose our clients, and we pick and choose who we want to work with. So we do take our time trying to figure out who we want to bring on board and where there is going to be that value down the road. So when we were introduced to Blast Applications, we looked into the trajectory of the company. We loved the products that the company offered.
Like your product?
Thank you.
I love the product, by the way.
Love the product. See, this is a mutual love fest here for Blast Applications.
Love thing.
It's a love thing here.
And we've worked with many companies that we believed in, and the product was excellent, but I think it's important to bring home how important the management team is for especially these public companies. And
Yes.
having met with Dino Lucy, and I sat down with him when we discussed future milestones for the company and created some plans, and it's incredible to see how efficient the team is and how
Yes.
hard they are working in order to take the company to the next level. And I have to say that most of the value is always in the management team. You can have excellent product, but unless you have someone that can execute and get things done and bring the company
Absolutely.
to the next level, you can have the best product in the world. So after meeting with them and seeing what was on the cooker, we were more than excited to come on board. So I have to say I share the enthusiasm that Alan has for the
Isn't
company.
that wonderful?
Yes,
This is
absolutely,
great.
yeah.
It's unbelievable.
She's so right about the management.
So what is the future? How do you see the future of Blast Applications?
Well, the future of Blast Applications
Besides being incredibly bright, terribly good looking. Go ahead.
and blasting away.
And blasting away. Exactly.
Well, let's share some of our latest
Let's share.
news. We recently received a structured finance opportunity for the
we
value
have.
of $10 million from AGS Capital. So
Yes. Which there was a big press release about that.
there was a great press release about that. It was very well received amongst the investors, and we have a lot of people watching on the fence to see what's happening in the next few months with Blast Applications, and hanging in there to see what's going to happen on the fourth quarter this year.
Right.
And it's very important for every company to have working capital. So to have had that announcement made a huge difference for us, because
Absolutely.
now not only we have plans, but we have funding to execute those milestones and those plans with. So
And that's very important, right, Alan? You can't just have an idea, you have to have money with that idea to
Right.
make it happen.
Absolutely. It's
Correct?
the other half of it.
you know,
Exactly.
so God willing, with
Oh, God willing, I love that. And
Oh.
Baruch Hashem, God willing.
with the funding and with the excellent plans and strategy that we have for the last quarter and the first quarter of next year, we hope to bring the stock value up. We have target prices of 20 cents towards the first quarter to second quarter of next year, and just continue to work on it. Hopefully, I'm being conservative on this pricing too.
Hopefully you are being conservative.
Yes.
It should be
I
a
think so,
lot
yeah.
higher than that. Absolutely. And I'm going to give it a blessing, a bracha. So it should be higher than that. I have to pull the rabbi card.
Okay,
I got to
yeah,
do that
you gotta
every
play
once
that.
in a while. But I also wanted to ask you, do you believe in blast applications as a stock, but can you tell the people out there, how do you go about investing in this? What's the symbol and so on and so forth? Because we're talking to potential buyers out there for the stock, correct?
Correct. And I will just say that this is by no means an attempt to do any sales to securities, as we are not a broker-dealer. Beacon Capital is just
Right.
an advisory firm.
Advisory firm.
But of course, BLAP, B-L-A-P, is the trading symbol for blast applications.
Yes.
You can find us on the OTC market, and that's where our stock can be purchased. So
Yes.
you can do that through your broker also. And basically, I would suggest for those people that really enjoy participating on the OTC market, the pink, and look after the pink stock, the pink sheet stocks and the penny stocks. This is definitely one ticker you want to have on your screen, and you want to watch closely, because it's really you're going to see a lot of action and
A lot of activity, right?
Yes,
Ellen? A
and-
lot of
Yes.
activity.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and none of it gravity related. So you should be seeing a lot of up action in the next few months, in the next quarter and to follow. So I would really stay tuned and
Stay
continue.
tuned to see what happens, because this will be
Absolutely,
very
yes.
exciting. For me, blast applications, I'm not even going to talk about my personal issues with blast applications, because
Why not?
I love Dino Luzzi. He is such a great guy. He
Talk
is a
about it.
man. He is a man of real faith, and and he's a man that I can trust. And he's somebody that if you tell him what you want and he can do it, he actually executes it, which is very, very rare these days to find that in somebody that has such incredible integrity. So it's just a gift to have somebody that you're associated with. But as far as being a sponsor for my show, the radio show, we started off at 76 listeners just maybe about, when was it, 12 weeks ago that we started the show, and we're now up to thousands of listeners. So
Great.
it's
Wow.
really exciting to have great guests, including Nancy, who's been on the show, and you have to be on my show. We
I
want
will.
you on. It's so much
will.
fun. And usually I have my co-host with me, John Henry Eddington, who is the most incredible makeup artist and beauty director, and he's my comic side relief. And we talk about fashion and gospel and faith,
he's great.
and
He's a
we
great
talk
guy.
about all wonderful things. So the radio show is fantastic.
We had a fun ride out here together.
Yes, and he
getting
definitely he's definitely extraordinarily entertaining. There's no
Never a
doubt
dull
about it.
moment.
And we can't make our formal announcements about our TV show, because there's 2 TV shows in the working, because I'm working on a reality show. So that's another thing I do. And when I have time, in my spare time, I'm also writing a book called The Unexpected Sermon, which is
Great title.
based. Yeah, isn't that a great title? Do you think Woody Allen would want to do my movie? Because I envision like Sharon Stone winning the best actress for performing me. What do you think?
Yes, I see.
You think you? What do you think? You think so?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. I paid them to say that. But anyway, so Blast Applications is the most wonderful sponsor for all of this, and they believe in the House of Faith and Passion. They believe in Toby Rubenstein Schneier and Rabbi Toby Rubenstein Schneier, and the journey that I went through to get here. So it's very personal. I'm going to try not to cry, and even if I am, it's because I have allergies, but I did take a Benadryl, so I feel a lot better. And I think I'm going to conclude this wonderful show, which this is so exciting. You know, I'm used to being on the radio, and I'm kind of liking this TV thing. What do you think? You think I could do this TV thing again?
I think so.
I think I could do this
we just
TV
stumbled
thing.
on something,
I think
yeah.
we stumbled on the fact that the iPhone just dropped in my lap, but that's okay. The iPhone has got all the apps from Blast Applications on it. We love iPhones, don't we?
Yes.
So, do you want to say any final words about Blast Applications? Like how final words?
You know, I
Blast
do.
off with the stock. It's my final word, right?
Well, that's about the stock, but if anybody wants to download GolfFlix Pro, they should.
Everybody wants to download, and I'm going to tell
Well,
my dad.
Yes.
And I have a
He's
boyfriend
gonna
that
love
plays
it.
golf
He's going to love it
also.
and tell
I've
his,
gotta-
tell his buddies
Yes.
at the club. But you look under GolfFlix Professionals in
Go
the
ahead.
App Store. Or
Right.
go to blastapplications.com, and you'll see it there. And you could download it from the site, from the Blast Applications site, or GolfFlix Professionals.
Okay.
And that would be great.
And Nancy, do you have any closing words about anything you'd like to say about Blast Applications, Beacon Capital, websites? Promote yourself, girl.
Actually, mainly, I just want to stress how important it is that if you're looking into the market and to create and to increase your investments and diversify your portfolio, definitely Blast Applications should be on that list of companies
Absolutely.
that are up and coming.
Absolutely.
So you definitely want to add that BLAP to your
BLAP, the stock. And of course, please, every Wednesday nights from 9 to 10, blastapplications.com. Listen to The House of Faith and Fashion. And also go to www.thehouseoffaithandfashion.com. You can get all the updates on me. And thank you so much. This was great fun, guys. Great
Enjoyed it
fun.
very
I
much.
loved
Thank you.
it. I
Very
really
much.
loved it. Thank you and good night.